We got breaking news with the Lakers. Woj and Dave McMenamin are reporting that earlier this week, team president Magic Johnson, quote, admonished coach Luke Walton for the team's slow start. The Lakers were 2-5 at that point. Now, they've won a game since, but even that win came in the final seconds after they almost gave away a significant lead. And ESPN's reporting says that Magic's, quote, cutting appraisal elevated awareness among the coaching staff that the pressure to turn things around is intense and that evidence is mounting that Luke's job security depends on it. So, Woj, we got you here. Exactly what are we talking about? How aggressive, because I saw that word in your story, was Magic's tone? And what are his expectations for Luke to turn this around?
Well, it was thought in September, and Magic said it then, we're going to play this slow. It takes time. We have young players. History shows when LeBron comes in, it takes some time. We're going to be patient. That was not the message this week to Luke Walton and the coaching staff. And I'm not sure anybody around Luke Walton believed that would be the case this year. And it was a biting meeting. I mean, it was the tone of it made its way all the way up to Jeannie Buss. She became aware of it. And listen, this has been Magic's management style with the Lakers. He's not like, it was a 2-game losing streak they had come back from, and at this point in the year, the conversation between a team president or a GM and his coach might be, what are you seeing out there? What's going on? How can we help?
Right.
Let's talk about lineups. Let's talk about, who we're playing, why, schemes. It's not usually this kind of one-sided discussion. This is for a team that's falling out of the playoffs, a team with great expectations. For where the Lakers are right now, roster-wise, the suspensions they had, injuries in the preseason, listen, every team has them, but they're 2-5. They were about to become 3-5. It didn't match up to where this group is right now.
Yeah, and Scottie, I'm thrilled we have you here because you know Magic Johnson really well. Yeah, so why do you think Magic is doing this?
Well, Magic wants to be on the court. If you watch every game, he got his shoes on the floor. So he's a guy that he's going to be hands in, and he's going to let Luke Walton know that you're not going to be comfortable here. We all know that Magic grew up in the Pat Riley era, so he will come out of that office and go get on that bench. So it's really about trying to make sure that they're pushing forward and trying to get better because you're playing in the toughest conference in the Western Conference. And based on your schedule, the teams that you've been losing to are Western Conference teams that are not that good right now. I mean, Houston is not really winning games, and you go in and you lose that game with these youthful players, and you got LeBron James. So there's some room for concerns there because of the fact that the schedule fits them a little bit, that they should be winning.
So wait, do you think Magic wants to come coach this team when you're saying his shoes are on the floor and he wants to be down there?
You know what? It would be nice to coach LeBron James. You're basically going to be coaching yourself out on the court, and I think Magic would embrace that.
Have you heard any signs that it could be going in that direction, or would you be surprised?
I would be shocked if Magic did coach a very long time ago, once before. But remember, Magic Johnson, Rob Pelinka, they did not hire Luke Walton. He was hired with Jim Buss, with Mitch Kupchak, but Jeannie Buss is as staunch of a proponent and advocate of Luke Walton as there is in the organization. And even if Magic wanted to make a change, it remains to be seen whether Jeannie would allow that to happen. Certainly at this point in the season, he's in charge of basketball operations. They've let Magic come in and make a lot of decisions, and there's been a lot of change. They obviously got LeBron James in free agency, but to make a change on Luke Walton, that's a decision that would be shared at the very highest level of the organization.
In the past, Jeannie Buss has let the people in charge of the basketball side make those level of decisions, but you're right, her ties to Luke are particularly strong. Scottie, if you were Luke Walton in this situation, and you have the roster you have, which is not Luke Walton's choice, but that's who he's working with, it does include LeBron James, what do you do right now?
Well, for me, I would try to create a better relationship with LeBron James. LeBron James has been successful by helping coaches that he's played for, and he's had a successful career. So I'm going to take the path of saying, LeBron, what do you think we need to do to be better as a team, and how can we be better as a team? And I don't know, maybe he's already asked that from LeBron, but that's where it has to go, because the relationship between LeBron and Luke Walton has to work.
That's so interesting to me, and I'm thinking about your teams and the relationship, of course, between you and MJ and Phil Jackson. And the front office, you guys, the three of you were aligned in not always having a great relationship with the front office, but because the three of you were together and the two of you were behind Phil was never going anywhere.
And that's what it really is all about. It's about really how much is LeBron James going to stand up for Luke Walton now? And that's really what it comes down to. Is LeBron James willing to speak up for Luke Walton? Do he have that confidence that Luke Walton can get him to the championship or in the playoff?
Well, listen, first thing with LeBron James so far, he hasn't played, he's like in third gear, right? He's working into shape, didn't play a lot in the preseason. We've seen this in other seasons where he's going to ramp up. He's going to play a lot better in the next month than he's played so far in this one. And that's part of it, too. LeBron at the highest level, it changes the dynamic. They haven't gotten the best of him yet. They will. It's a long season, and that's, especially at his age, the ramping up of it is part of it. But the relationship, and Scottie's talking about the relationship that Michael and Scottie and that group had with Phil Jackson, that's built over years and years and years and going through a lot together. These guys have been together for 2 months, and it doesn't just magically happen.
Yeah, and I can't say that LeBron stepping up is going to help the Lakers. LeBron don't need to step up now. I mean, we've watched LeBron play hard, 82-game season last year. He's played a lot of games throughout his career without any injuries. So to say that he needs to exert himself more for the regular season is not sending a good sign that they're going to be a playoff team.